BF said that he doesn't want children, and then I found out that he's been secretly dating his coworker for months, when my friend and I caught him hugging her and kissing her. Hello everybody, I, female, 27, have been together with my boyfriend, male, 27, for 5 years now. We moved in together quite early in our relationship and everything was great until November of last year, when we decided to get a cat. I had been wanting to have a cat for a long time, and in 2021 I asked him if we could get a one. He told me he was not really a cat/pet person in general, and he didn't think it was a good idea, since we both work full-time. It made sense at the time, so I accepted and never mentioned it again. Until August 2022, when he suggested we should get one, as he knew it would make me really happy. I was over the moon and we got our kitty in October 2022. In December 2022 we got a second kitty. Cats are very social animals and they are way happier if they are not alone. My boyfriend was not very sure about it, but I convinced him. I love them so much. Yes, they are a big responsibility, and yes, they do make a lot of work. But I don't care, they're a 100% worth it. I am the one who takes care of them, my boyfriend does not need to do anything. He had to feed them a couple times since I was away for work, but that's it. A couple of months ago we had a big fight. We have been having some trust issues, I caught him lying a couple times, hence my trust issues, and the situation was really tense between us. During this fight he told me he did not feel comfortable anymore at home, because of the cats. He told me they make him nervous when they run and play, they're kitties. It bothers him that we have now a cat tree and that there are cat toys laying around the house. You get it. During this fight he also told me he wanted us to give the cats away. I stopped him and told him that I am not the kind of person who gets pets to give them away later. My family and I have always had pets, and our last dog was with us for 17 years, until she passed away. I love pets and I see them as a part of the family. Once they are there, they do not go anywhere. Since the day I got them, they became my responsibility and I could never do that to them. I would never forgive myself. I told him we would find a solution and make it work. Again, I am the one who takes care of them. I clean the cat toilet twice a day and always vacuum and dust everything once I get home from work. I keep the house clean. But cats are cats, you cannot control them like a dog. Don't get me wrong, they are not bad behaved cats, they are really cuddly and they follow me everywhere. But they are cats. The situation between us was still tense because of the trust issues, but I thought that we were on good terms regarding the cats. A month ago we had another fight that had nothing to do with them, but he told me he could not live with them anymore and they had to leave. He says he can't relax when he gets home from work because they are there. I remembered him I would not give the cats away. I also remembered him he was the one who suggested getting one, and I do not think he is being fair. He also knew how it was to live with cats, his parents had 3 when he lived with them. He told me he knew it was his idea and he regretted suggesting it. I thought it could not get any worse, but then it did. He said if I am being honest, I do not think I even want to have kids. I froze and asked if he was being serious. For me, it was clear that we were on the same page about kids, my fault I guess. We had never had a serious conversation about it, but when we spoke about our future, I always mentioned kids and he never said he did not want any. He said it was not a 100% no to kids, but he could not imagine his life with kids right now. I told him I could not imagine my life with kids right now either. We are still young and are focusing on our careers, but that I am a 100% sure that I want to have kids in the future. I have always known I wanted to become a mom. I told him I did not want to pressure him, but that I would really appreciate if he could be honest with me, and with himself, since this is kind of a deal breaker. I also told him I did not expect an answer very soon, since it is a life-changing decision, but in 1 year or 2 I would like to know for sure. We left it at that. Today we had another conversation/fight. As I mentioned, the situation is tense between us, but we have been trying to make it work. Today he told me once again that the cats have to leave. I said they are not going anywhere. He said he couldn't believe that they are more important to me than him. I told him it has nothing to do with it, but that they are not toys you can take or give away as you please. We went back and forth for a while. Then the topic children came up again. This time he told me he is pretty sure he does not want to have any. Not now, not in the future. I didn't know what to say. He asked me if I was a 100% sure I do want kids. I said yes. I asked him what he expected me to do now? Give the cats away and then not have any pets ever again and not have kids either? He said yes. He asked if he is not enough to make me happy. I told him he makes me really happy, but I have to be honest with him and with myself. And I know I would not be happy without kids. There was a lot of silence. He's gone with a friend now. I'm home thinking about everything we said. This is a deal breaker, right? I am starting to doubt myself. What if we go separate ways and I never meet anybody I want to have kids with? I do not know what to do and I am really scared. Is this the end? 3 months ago I was sure we would get married and have a family together. Last year I was waiting for a proposal. I also live in a foreign country. I already lived here before we met, I didn't come here because of him. But it makes it 1,000 times worse being away from my family and friends. I am really sorry if my English is not perfect. I am also really sorry because of how long this post is. I just needed to get it all out. Thank you so much if you find time enough to read it and give me your advice. Update 1, I still can believe I'm writing this right now. Many of you asked what was the reason for the trust issues. I don't know if you read the comments, but I caught him lying about having drinks with a coworker we had already had fights about. He knew what my position was about this girl. This happened in December of last year, 2 days after my birthday, yay. I forgave him and told him that if he wanted me to trust him, he needed to be a 100% honest with me. I also asked him to keep their relationship 100% professional. I mean, I know they work together and will still have to have contact with each other. 2 months later I saw he had received a pretty long message on his phone. Out of curiosity I asked who it was. He said it didn't matter. I'm sorry, what? I asked him to show it to me and he didn't want to. I mean, if you don't have anything to hide, what is the problem? Yes, he was texting with her. He told me everything had to do with work. He also told me they just had kind of the same humor and just got each other. I guess there's nothing wrong with that, right? I told him once again that I didn't have a good feeling about this girl. I told him clearly what my boundaries were. He told me he understood, he didn't want to lose me and he loved me. I believed him once again. My mistake. So now we come to yesterday after our conversation. He told me he needed some fresh air and went out. He didn't come back in several hours and I thought he had went to a birthday party with a friend. I thought this was kind of weird after such a conversation. Anyways, around 21 p.m. I get a text message from a mutual friend, asking me if she and another friend could come over. I thought this was kind of weird. We always did things together in a group, with our partners and other friends, but never alone. I told her they could come. Once they arrived I saw immediately there was something really wrong. I could tell they were really nervous and one of them was about to burst into tears. She told me she was really sorry, but she needed to tell me something. Turns out she was out with his BF and some friends when she saw my BW drinking a beer on a terrace. He was sitting at a table with a girl. She thought it was me and went to say hi. Once she got closer she could tell it was not me. It was his coworker. They were holding hands. She knew about my issues with this girl, I had told her what happened. She went up to them and said hello? In a sarcastic way. He says their faces went white, but he quickly changed and asked if they wanted to join them, as if there was nothing wrong with the fact they were together. She said no and left. Then she texted me. I just could not believe what I was hearing. I had been so sad the whole day, but now I was just feeling angry and disappointed. I didn't know what to do. I could not stay at home just waiting for him to come back. I also didn't think he thought this friend would come directly to tell me what she saw. The girls stayed with me and I told them what happened earlier in the day. And how I could not believe that the first thing he did after that was going to her. I knew I needed to see them with my own eyes, and make sure he knew I saw them. I knew approximately where this girl lived, so I asked them if they would come with me on a drive, just to check it out. We arrived and I kid you not after 2 minutes of us being there, we see them coming around the corner driving an electric scooter together. He was driving and she was hugging him from behind. They didn't see us. Once they parked they started walking to a building, where she lived. I saw him hugging her from behind and giving her a kiss on her cheek. I also saw him putting his arm around her shoulders while they were walking. Everything is on video since my friend started recording when they arrived. I run up to them and told him what a complete asshole he is. His face once he saw me was again completely white. He asked what was going on. What do you fucking mean what is going on? I told him I didn't want to see him ever again and left. We were on the car about to leave as he came around the corner to talk to me. He told me once again he did not understand what was going on. I asked him what he was doing with her holding hands and kissing her on the cheek. All in all, his explanation was that he went to her looking for some advice regarding the kids topic. He said he did want to lose me and was trying to figure out what to do. He told me she was his only female friend he could trust. I told him that still did not explain why they would hold hands or why he would kiss her in the cheek. He said that was his way of thanking her. Are you kidding me? I am still in shock and can't believe that really happened. I am so happy my friends were there too and made a video, because of course he has already tried denying what I saw. He came home, we argued about it and he kept saying he just wanted to get some advice from a female friend. He said he was sorry about the kiss but he denied putting his arm around her. I told him I have it on fucking video. He also kept saying he never kissed her on the mouth or have sex with her, so he hadn't done anything wrong nor crossed any boundary. I told him there were many other things that were also crossing a boundary. And I reminded him how I had clearly told him before where my boundaries were. I really cannot believe he thinks he has not done anything wrong. He also said he cannot believe I was thinking about leaving because of some cats and some kids we don't even have. I'm completely heartbroken. I never thought he was this way. If I have been so long with him, is because I really thought he was a good guy. He was always supportive, kind, attentive, he made me feel loved. And now everything has turned into a nightmare. Update 2. Hello everybody. I know it has been a really long time since I have given you an update, but there has been a lot going on in the last 2 months. The last thing I told you was that I saw him with his work colleague on the street. Well, after that he continued to deny for weeks that there was something going on between them and that he only wanted some advice from another woman. I started to doubt myself and almost believed him, but I had this feeling inside that was telling me there was much more to the story. And my gut feeling was right. To summarize, I found some receipts from a zoo and train tickets going to another city. The train tickets were for May, and when I checked the date I realized it was a holiday. I remembered I had the day off, but he told me he had to work. He left for work and left me alone the whole day. He came back really late that day. There was no explanation as to why he would have gone to that city without telling me. The zoo ticket was from only a few days before, so already after I had seen him with her on the street. I confronted him with the receipts. I could tell he was caught off guard by his reaction, and he admitted he had gone to that city and to the zoo with her. So I asked him to stop being a coward and to tell me the truth for once, that I deserved a little honesty after all. He admitted to secretly seeing her a couple times since December. He says 4 to 5 times, I think it was a lot more. He also admitted to kissing her, but only 4 times, which of course I don't believe it was only 4 times. His excuse was that he had been having so much stress at work and at home things weren't going great either, so he just needed to disconnect and do something else without thinking about problems. I told him that was not an excuse for cheating on me. Also, in his opinion what he did is not cheating. I felt heartbroken but also relieved because for once I felt I had a little bit of truth. I also felt relieved to know that I was not crazy and that my intuition was right the whole time about this girl. Since then, he has apologized and has told me he loves me and that what he did was the greatest mistake of his life and he will forever regret it. I told him a mistake happens once, but 4 to 5 times is a conscious decision. He has asked me to give him another chance and that he will show me I can trust him and to think about how happy we were together before everything happened. I told him I had been very happy with him but that everything is ruined now. That is a really summarized update, but I think you get an idea of what has been going on the last months. I don't really want to go into much detail since it all still hurts me a lot. On a positive note, I have now finally found an apartment for me and for my cats. It is unbelievably difficult to find one in my city. We will be moving out soon and I am excited for what the future brings. I also have had my first therapy sessions, which I am also really excited about. I have a lot of contradictory feelings and emotions that I need to work through. I thank all of you for your time reading my posts and for all of your nice words and pieces of advice. You all made me feel less alone in a really difficult time. And for me, I know I now need time to heal, but it will only get better from now on. Next story. Fiancé's best friend has completely ignored my existence for 6 years. When I confronted him he admitted I know she treats you like garbage but defended her because what if we break up? My fiancé and I have been together just under 6 years, dated 3, engaged 2.5. Great relationship relatively, our friends and family all get along well with the other person, no issues at all. Except for one of my partner's best friends. Said best friend has never liked me and seemingly had it out for me the entire time. She basically ignores my existence and refuses to speak or be cordial to me, but as soon as she sees my partner, she yells and hugs him saying hey best friend. While ignoring me even though I'm right next to him. I told him about it and how it made me feel and at first it went unaddressed 2 to 3 more times because he needed proof to make sure there was an issue. After said proof was present he spoke to her about it and she got a little better, but only around groups of people and like twice. She indicated she didn't have a problem with me, so he felt I was the only one having an issue and I need to just approach her and talk it out. I told him I'm not doing that cause she isn't my friend and he needs to do so. A couple of weeks ago we attended a mutual friend's party. I attempted to make eye contact and say hello 2 to 3 times but she avoided me and refused to look at me the whole time. My fiancé noticed because it was so blatant. I don't want her respect, don't need her to like me, and don't honestly want her around at all. I just want her to have basic human decency. This situation has caused me to rethink my relationship and end it because I feel my fiancé is in the wrong for engaging with her after seeing how she completely disregards me. I think now but mostly after marriage we're supposed to be a unit and I wouldn't allow this behavior from a friend. I've been feeling like an asshole because we spent the better half of a nice drunken evening arguing about this, and I told him she can't come to our wedding, as I won't have someone who can't seem to stand me near me. Ida for telling my fiancé she can't come to our wedding? Update 1. The comments on my original post opened my eyes and made me realize that despite this being the healthiest relationship I've been in, it doesn't mean it's actually healthy. We've had a couple of conversations surrounding this issue, which mostly consisted of me saying it bothered me and him saying I was the only one who cared. A couple of things helped me realize my breaking point. 1. I asked him if he would be okay with our daughter's future partner treating them like this, to which he got flustered, shut down, and said he didn't want to talk about it. I left it alone. 2. He said he didn't want to end his friendship or do anything to jeopardize it because what if we break up? This made me realize he would not protect me as his wife, since he didn't as his girlfriend. The final straw was when I expressed how much it bothered me that he wanted me to blow this off since we, as in me and the best friend, only see each other 4 to 6 times a year, and he said, directly quoted, because this is burned into my brain, I know the way she treats you is garbage, but you're allowing one person to dictate our relationship. It could be worse. She could be more active. There are worse ways to meddle, people text and lie, and all that to break relationships up. The first line broke my heart and told me all I needed to know. I had to truck through a couple more months of pre-planned and paid for social engagements, but I closed the curtain on any chance of healing this relationship the moment those words left his mouth. Thank you everyone for the advice, common sense, knocking me upside my head, and similar related experiences and outcomes. I'm gonna go to therapy and redefine what a healthy, balanced, and communicative relationship is. Edit 1. The pre-planned events aren't wedding/engagement related. We share a home and need to divide assets, pets, and a custody schedule. Additionally, we have vacations, planned with a mutually shared friend group. BF is not part of that group. I appreciate the concerns, but I need to plan things out a little more. There will be no second chance. To those that keep saying they're fucking probably. When I first brought this up, he became stressed and kept emphasizing how I thought he was fucking his best friend and didn't address the issue that was brought up. I don't care to know or confirm. Edit 2. We are not getting married, continuing our relationship. For those thinking I'm using the pre-planned events to justify holding out, absolutely cannot. Our relationship was dead the moment he admitted she treated me like garbage, and basically shrugged it off. As a note, I never asked him to cut anyone off, out of his life. I simply asked for basic greetings and acknowledgement during the rare encounters with his BFF. This hasn't happened, aside from a couple of begrudging times. Final edit, I tried asking him the "what would you tell your daughter to do" question. He answered that if she loved her partner, she shouldn't care about outside PPL. Additionally, he said he was tired of talking about it, he feels he's done all he can, and he doesn't want me to bring her up because he's tired of talking about it. I told him our relationship is done, in September, when our lease is up, etc., apologized for bringing it up, and asked if he wanted to be alone for the evening. Thank you everyone for helping me realize I wasn't asking for too much. I really thought he was the one for me, but I wasn't thinking straight. I'm tired and I want better for myself. I'm okay with being alone. I appreciate you all. Have a good night. Update 2. My ex-fiancé did begin to make an effort to include me and make sure I was addressed during group events, even though we'd already separated. Throughout the summer we had many conversations, not in hopes of reconciling, but mostly to make sure he truly understood the cause of our breakup. While drunk, he apologized for his messy and toxic friends, said he needed to reevaluate his friendships, and apologized for bringing them into my life. He changed his tune in later sober convos. I was met with continued excuses and my p.o.v./feelings being brushed off. This isn't that big of a deal, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I have friends that have done worse. The explanation/insight I received is that the best friend was a side piece knowingly for like 7 to 10 years. Guy had a baby, and brought his baby mother a house, car, and basically got married, all while stringing the friend along. And as a result, the BFF has since always asserted herself as being the most important woman in her male friends' lives. All in all, just going to go to therapy, heal some shit, move on. I'm starting piano lessons soon, and taking a language class to pass my free time. Also focusing on cooking again and moving my body. I'm going to lose about 40 to 50 pounds. Thanks everyone for commenting, offering solutions and alternative POV, including those who felt I was making a big deal out of nothing and that I was trying to make her be friends with me. Never wanted that. I felt crazy for a while, but I'm thankful for the random strangers on Reddit confirming I'm not.